That was Tyler. No.
There we
Start
go.
over.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Brandi Sorensen with ConverseCountyHome.com and Johnston Realty.
And I'm Tyler Johnston of Johnston Realty. And this is your Converse County market update for the week of July.
Oh,
Yep.
I just forgot.
I forgot what was Monday. 2 days ago.
14th.
14th. The 14th of July. It's going so fast.
I know. I saw a meme that said it went from the 4th of July to the 14th of July in 2 minutes. And I'm like, I legit feel that.
Well, you're doing county fair.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's taking up
makes
a
it
lot
faster.
a lot of time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been great weather other than some crazy rain, but it's been great weather for fair. Like, it's cool. So the animals, horse show last weekend was like 78. It was beautiful.
See, and I thought it was like miserably hot lately.
Well, it was, but we didn't get the animals at fair until yesterday morning.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it was nice
like
yesterday.
when we were moving stuff in, so it wasn't terrible. And then it's even cooler today, and Saturday the horse show went 2 days, and so Saturday was warmer, but it was not. It's been over 100 at fair. I feel like before.
That's true. That's true.
So far, it has been really good. But weather was crazy. How did you fare?
Well, I was going to ask.
Last night.
My Doberman gets scared. It was awful. The lightning and the thunder. She goes and hides, and then I had a listing appointment that I was late to, and then I was late leaving. So I went and picked Brighton up at his friends, and they lived out of town out on 59. And I was watching the lightning, thinking, oh, it's cool. Yeah, it's so pretty. And I was coming into town, and I thought, oh, crap. And I called Dee, and I was like, what are you doing? She was, out driving around because her car was dead yesterday. Oh. So she had to drive around to charge the battery back up after she had it jumped. And I was like, did you put Loki away? Oh. Before it got dark? And she goes, no. Shit. I called Candace. I was like, did either of you think to put Loki away? She's like, no, sure didn't. I'm like, okay.
So you're going to be chasing him around in the...
So got Brighton his McDonald's because he hadn't eaten yet. Got home at like 9:30, and for 30 minutes drove around in the rain trying to find him. Oh. And could not find him anywhere. And had even gone clear out in the middle of the pasture where he hides and everything. And then dispatch called. I thought, oh, shit.
Dang, I thought we were so past that.
I was like, okay. I was like, where is he? She says, the corner of Richards and Brownfield.
That's it?
And I pull up, I'm in the right lane because I'm going south. There's a sheriff across the street with his lights going. There's a city cop on this side of the street with his lights going, and Loki's just standing on the corner.
He's like, hey
just
guys,
looking around, and he's all wet. And I'm like,
what's up?
So I went over and chased him and walked him back, and then the cops were like, I guess keep him on your property. I'm like, thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm going home.
We're going to go put him back in his little house.
But
I was going to say kennel, but...
yeah, he's back in the pasture. As long as they lock him up before it gets dark, he just hangs around the house. But as soon as it's dark, he's gone.
How interesting.
It's weird. I don't...
Dark.
But then Candace is mad. She's like, well, you don't let him out until 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, yeah. Because if he's out in the day, then he gets bored and he wanders. But yeah, if he's not locked up by dark, then he's just gone. And I have to go find him. But I was wondering, since you're camping at the fairgrounds, how often are you hearing him?
First of all, I actually didn't stay at the camper. My mom did. Because we got animals at home too. So we don't. And Ryan's out of town working. So I'm doing so a lot of times I'll stay and he'll go back home or vice versa. But I haven't stayed at the camp. I mean, we go there and get lunch or whatever. But so I'll let you know. But I haven't heard him.
Well,
so far.
I was up at 5 o'clock this morning and I heard him bray 3 times before 6. And I was like, I bet those campers hate him.
Well, last year, and we were close over by your property, and I never heard him last year.
I didn't have him last year.
Oh, you just had your pony.
Yeah, I didn't get the donkey until November.
Okay.
So, but I've been wondering.
Well, I never heard your pony.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Because it'll be, like I said, about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Or if it's after dark, then I'm driving around honking the horn, yelling his name. And Diem said last week, so it was Friday, she's like, somebody was yelling, "Go, donkey, go, run!" And she's like, "Shut up.
Don't cheer on Loki."
Yeah.
I kind of want to come and get him and just let him hang out at the fair with us. He needs some more animal friends.
No, because then he just want to go there all the time. I'm surprised he hasn't
and
gone
you have
there.
animal friends, but yeah, true.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
How
That's
funny.
been interesting.
That's funny. Yeah, it's been a good fair so far.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Oh, and this year the hospital donated like food last night so they had like a whole meal and everything during the family fun night. So it was pig wrestling and
that's right,
shoot dogging and all of that. And that got wrapped up before the storm, like just as it started sprinkling. So that was perfect. And then Life Flight, they even had Life Flight be there, so that was kind of fun. Converse County Bank, just different people have donated different things, shavings for the animals, water. We have such a great community.
For sure.
I love it. So they're going to keep the animals all there until Saturday morning. So normally they can go home Friday if they're done, and then the buyers buy the market sale on Friday night. But so they'll be there through Saturday. They're also doing the static exhibits, so like the cross stitching, welding, all of that. They're actually doing some of those are available for auction as well. So the kids that do leather work or whatever, they can also sell things, and they're like, homemade and supports the kids and their projects and stuff like that. It's really cool. So that's going to be open as well. So make sure people go check that out. Support the local fun.
The 4-H kids and the families that are all participate.
Check out Converse County Fair on Facebook is where they'll post every single day what they have going on and everything. So
Candace was telling me, well, I guess Monday, about everything that was going last night. And then all of our kids and fun stuff started. So if we didn't, I forgot about it.
I forget to take pictures or I kind of I used to be I started a blog spot back in the day, and I did everything, but I don't know, the last 5 or 6 years, I've really just I'm in the moment, and then I'm like, oh
no, see, and that's
we didn't get pictures.
I used to take my camera or my phone and all the kids' concerts, and I'd set it up and I'd live stream it and all that type of stuff. Same thing the last couple of years. I'm just like, no, this is for my family and my kid. I'm just gonna watch. I've got to answer texts for work. I'm not gonna deal with filming it or taking pictures or video.
Yeah. So I'll take some, obviously, when they're doing their thing, whether it's the game or the whatever. But I don't remember to just do it when they're just playing or we're playing a family game, or I don't think about that.
That's good.
So
that's a good thing. I
like it. Yeah. So it works.
That's very cool.
Yes.
Well, we do have 36 active on the market right now in Converse County.
Yes.
There's 26 pending, and how many sold?
9 sold, and the average days on market of the sold is 69.
So the ones that are selling within the first month or so.
Yeah.
And that's what like I said. I had a listing appointment last night, and they asked, and then I had a potential listing. I was talking to her yesterday. She's like, "Well, how long?" And I was like, "I can't tell you that."
Right.
I really feel that if a home sells in the first 30 days, I said it has absolutely nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with your agent.
It was just the right house at the right time and the right price. I mean, that does have to do with your agent, but I get what you mean.
Yeah.
It's not it's not necessarily the marketing. It's I mean, it is.
I think it's the market. I don't think it's necessarily.
Just the market.
Yeah, I think it's the market and the person looking at that time. I don't think it's magic that I did anything. I said my job for you when you list it is to make sure that anybody and everybody looking for a home in this price range knows that your home is for sale right now. So that way they know about it and they can come see it and do that. I said outside of that, that's just, I think in the first 30 days, you just
the
timing.
Person that was looking, it just happened. Yeah.
So, and I don't know. I think other people may argue that, but that's just how I feel. I feel I didn't do anything specific. I gave you the idea. We did the research. We agreed on a price on these market conditions, and this is what we should do. And somebody just happened to be looking at that time.
Right.
But it is our job, like I said, to make sure that we're doing those marketing things and all of the video, the photos, the social media, all that type of stuff to make sure that if somebody's looking for a house, they know yours is for sale.
Right. So also, since you brought that up, like what do you feel like is your strengths as far as the marketing past the, just coming across it on Zillow? Like,
I would definitely feel that the photos that we do, the video, and depending on the home, the 3D tour, all those different types of things to reach different people that are out there.
And then we put it on.
There's all the different
social media.
Goes on all the social medias. And I always ask the sellers too, and I asked them last night, I was like, are you cool with me doing this? Because if you don't want your home, because some people don't like social media. So if you don't want it there, you got to tell me, because that's where my target audience is going to be, is social media and all that.
And there are other ways, but. Yeah.
And I feel, then we do the paid ads, and then the whole strategy on, how long do you do this or do that? I feel that's a big difference as far as strategy of Douglas versus Casper versus when you do those types of ads and that type of thing. So I'd say our biggest strength is just an overall media presence for your home. So that way people, like I said, people know that you've got a house for sale.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you feel yours?
I feel like the same. I am learning from you about like when, okay, this market, and okay, if it's now, what do we do? I do like to do open houses, and a lot of people say that like, if you don't like open houses, but sometimes the neighbor, and they're like, well, just the neighbors come. And I'm like, well, sometimes they're the ones who know, or, I never think it's a waste of time. However, it also depends on the person's schedule and that kind of stuff. I really do think that open houses are another way to make sure everybody knows that this home is for sale, because if somebody isn't necessarily in the market looking on the internet for a phone, or their computer, whatever, but they drive by, but they know that grandma is looking to move here in the near future, and a house down the street sees an open house. Anyway, so I think a whole variety, not just one.
Right.
I like that.
See, I like that because it's something that I've never really done a lot of. I never really did them.
Yeah.
Just didn't, because of our market here.
Right.
But then, like Talia, the sale she's got on Lathrop, I believe that came from an open house.
Nice.
So
yeah.
Sometimes
it's not, but it's not going to hurt.
Well, and Jody did the open house up there in Esterbrook. She said she had 2 people show up. One person stayed for like 40 minutes and walked the entire property and everything. And I told her, I said, that's a success.
Yeah.
Especially being in Esterbrook. And it was over Jackalope Days weekend. So it was like, that's cool. That's a big deal. I
think too, just being a consumer, because I did, just buy a house right before I got into real estate. I think being a consumer, I wasn't quite ready to call an agent and, commit to like
working with somebody.
Yes, but if a house was for sale, I was ready to buy, but I wasn't like look, like we have to be in before, like, so if I saw an open house, we went to multiple open houses, and if the right house, if it would have been the right house, I would have, so I do appreciate that as a consumer, that sometimes just because you don't already have an agent and you're constantly searching doesn't mean that you wouldn't, so.
Well, and I would always call out my mother-in-law because she lived in Scottsbluff and Gearing. And Saturday mornings, her and Candace, they would get up, they'd do the garage sailing thing, so we had young kids, and they'd just get a coffee, drive around, check out all the garage sales. And my mother-in-law would make a list of all the open houses because she wanted to see what the inside of that house was. She owned her own house.
And she was not going to buy it.
She had no interest in buying anything. And she would go to all of these, and she would talk to the realtors, like, well, what are they? And she would I was like, you're so rude. As a realtor, I don't like you. Because then I think if she would have walked in and said, oh no, I'm just looking.
Yeah.
Cool. But no, she would have full on.
Just in case.
Yes. Well, would they consider fixing that? Or when did they redo the roof? I'm like, don't ask those questions. It seems like you're serious, and you're not. Stop it. The poor realtor's thinking, oh my God, this lady was really interested. So
it does get sometimes the sellers hope up or whatever, but at the same time, maybe they just needed some practice role playing.
And it could be too, but I would always call her out on it. I was like,
that's so funny.
You're so rude to those poor realtors.
I do. If I'm even on vacation, we were staying at an Airbnb in Salt Lake City, in downtown Salt Lake City, and this gorgeous, and their houses around there were probably over $1 million, right by the University of Utah. And anyways, so I saw an open house and I'm like, oh, I'm going. But I walked in and I'm like, I'm a realtor from Wyoming. I'm not buying. I'm just curious. And it was a great, but I'll go and look at, but I do tell them.
I'm not interested. Have you ever seen I Love You, Man?
No.
One of my favorite comedies, but it's Paul Rudd, and he's this really straight-laced realtor, and he's actually hosting an open house at Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk.
Okay.
And this guy walks up, gives him this whole thing. He's like, just complete honesty. He said, I have no interest in buying this house. He goes, then why are you here? He goes, free food. He goes,
all right.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
I like it.
So that's my favorite realtor movie. I Love You, Man.
That's funny. Yeah. I've never even seen it. Now I'm going to have to.
It's fantastic.
So real quick, maintenance tip. I know we always talk about roofs, and I actually was delivering eggs the other day, and I delivered some eggs to a lady, and this guy was up on the roof, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll get out of your driveway. I'm like, no, it's all right. So I'm like, I'm not the owner. And so I just drop him off for her. Anyways, and so I'm like, oh, are you a roofer? Because I had never seen him. And he's like, no, I'm an adjuster or something. Anyway, so we started talking roofs. I'm like, oh, I'm a real estate agent. Obviously, roofs are a thing.
Yeah, especially lately.
So we kind of got to talking, and we were talking. I was like, so just out of curiosity, as an insurance, what do you see? What do you, what do you recommend? Do you recommend upgrading? We kind of just had a little short conversation about that. But he said the biggest thing that people don't realize is metal roofs, they're all screwed in, and they're good. They're not going to get damaged by the hail, right? But with all the screws, they eventually will kind of work their way out a little bit. Oh. And then with the wind that we have, and he's like, you actually do need to get up and go check your screws, or have somebody, obviously. Don't fall off your roof.
Don't do that.
Be very careful. However, but they aren't just fix it and forget it, because those screws coming loose, A, will let some water in, and B, if it's just a little loose and then the wind grabs it,
then it just wiggles itself off.
So you got to check your screws on any metal roofs and keep them screwed in. And I did know that from my grandma's roof got ripped off because there was, loose. But Just something to think about.
Well, I've heard that on. I never thought about it with roof. It totally makes sense. I was having gutters put on a house, and they had a metal roof. And my sellers were upset. They're like, "Well, I'm not paying for gutters." And I was like, "Well, it's being asked for." And so they finally agreed to it. It's like, "Well, we don't have gutters because we have a metal roof. The snowpack, when the snow slides off, it just rips the gutters right off."
Oh, yeah.
Because they didn't have the braces.
Okay.
He said when they put ours up, they didn't put the snow braces.
Oh.
So everything just slides right off. And he said it's just going to rip the gutter right off.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
And the guy that did the gutters said he gave one quote and then he gave another quote. And I want to say it was like a $300 or $500 difference between the two. The gutter was the same, but he bulletproofed it. I was like, well, what do you mean you bulletproofed? The screws, when he screwed the gutters in, were longer.
So
and they did them every... Instead of, he said, further apart. He said, there's so many inches between when I bulletproof it. He said, but it cost an extra $300 to $500
you're doubling or tripling the screws.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But then the seller's other point was because they're out in the country and they're in flat land, there's no trees around them anywhere. He said, the wind's just going to rip them right off.
Yeah. So...
I haven't drove by and checked to see if the gutters are still there.
I was going to say, I wonder how they held up.
Yeah.
I get it for the, keeping the water away from the foundation and stuff like that. But
yeah.
Interesting.
Always
something to think about.
Yeah. Well, if you guys have anything coming up this summer or any experience with roofs, good, bad, or otherwise, or fair, good, bad, or otherwise, make sure to drop the comments below.
See ya.
Thanks.